Hi lovelies and welcome back. I hope that you're all well and having a good week so far. I am so excited for today's video. As you can see, I'm already starting to feel those autumnal vibes and it's actually blowing a gale outside, which you may be able to hear. The weather has definitely started to change here in the UK and it's perfect timing because mid to late August is when I start thinking about the autumn trends, specifically because the high streets start dropping all of their autumn collections and I just get so excited by the new season starting. And so today I thought I would talk to you about the trends that are coming for the next season. I've researched these in my career for so many years, usually a year ahead of time, so if you think this is early, it's actually pretty late in the season. And I find looking at these trends is the perfect starting point because you start to get inspired, start to see what you would like to put into your autumn wardrobe, perhaps what you already have in your autumn wardrobe and you can bring out. I'm just gonna jump right in, but before I do, I just wanted to say a hello to anybody that is new that is watching. I'm Laura and I would absolutely love it if you subscribe to my channel. I love covering anything fashion and also lifestyle, and as always I will have everything linked in the box below. So first up, I thought I would talk about one of my favourites, although I've picked all trends that I really like, so all of them are particularly my favourites, but I do like this one, and it is Prim and Proper, the revival of the classic 70s girl. And I particularly like this one because I already feel like it sits with my style, but I also like trends that I see on the catwalk that I feel are relatable for day to day, because often I see them, I think they're beautiful, but I don't quite know how I will translate it into my style. So if you're wondering how you will, I'm going to pop up pictures of some of my favourites from the catwalk. My first one was Burberry. The colours were just absolutely stunning. We saw a lot of pleated skirts and blouses, also from Celine, but in a much more darker autumnal colour, which was gorgeous. And then also thinking the bell bottoms, turtlenecks, all of the other 70s clothes which are going to be coming back in, but my favourite was definitely the pleated skirt and the blouse. Also a dress which I think was from Balenciaga, absolutely stunning. I love the material and the style of it. You guys will know, very me. And what's perfect about this trend is that so many of you, I know that I certainly do, have a number of pleated skirts in my wardrobe, but this season I will be starting to pair them with blouses. I also really liked in this Celine image that they had paired it with a beautiful scarf and a blazer, which is something that I'm going to talk about next. Next up, suits. Now I know that power suits are always in, but we're going to be seeing a lot more of them. Think Savile Row style. But I actually saw two sides of these. One kind of suit style that was very oversized, kind of that androgynous style, which was almost gender fluid, but looking really sleek and just thrown on and effortless, which is something that I think is a lot easier to put into your style if you do it one way or the other and not actually pairing it as a suit but a little bit more as a blazer. And then the other one was pairing the top half with a belt, kind of cinching it in at the waist, which I think is something that is a little bit different for this autumn winter. And again, it's a nice style because I'm sure a lot of you will have blazers from seasons before, even from summer in the wardrobe, and a belt also, and you can just play around with that style, see how you like it before investing in a jacket that comes with a belt. Trend number 3 is moody florals, but think on the very kind of beautiful romantic side. And this was highlighted mostly by Valentino, who had kind of romance as their whole ethos of the show, and they actually put love poems, I think it was, on the seats of everybody. Can you just imagine being in that atmosphere? It must have been absolutely stunning. And we also saw some from Dolce & Gabbana. I love Dolce & Gabbana prints. I just think that they're so beautifully statement, but also one-off. They had this really beautiful dark based dress with loads of pink colours popping from it and a stunning headband, an outfit that I'd love to wear but don't have an occasion to go to. And also Givenchy, and this one was just absolutely stunning in this really deep blue. You can imagine wearing it to a beautiful evening, and I am very much looking forward to finding some dresses in particular in this style, but I also think that we might be seeing a lot of pretty blouses coming out in these gorgeous materials. The next trend is one that you may be a little bit skeptical about, but don't jump forward when you hear what it is. It's a leather on leather, but it goes way beyond the leather jacket that we have seen for so many seasons, and actually I feel like this is a leather that we are seeing in a totally different way. And on the catwalks they were using the fabric as a much more of a softer draping fabric rather than the tight structure that we usually see it in. My favourite had to be a dress by Zimmermann, which was in this gorgeous burgundy fabric, they'd actually draped the dress. It felt really soft and flowing and just really beautiful, something that I'm actually not much of a fan of leather. But when I saw this item, I thought it was absolutely beautiful. And particularly nice because it's always exciting to see something used in a bit of a different way. I mean, we often see trends being recycled, and this just felt a little bit different. Alexandra McQueen also did a dress which looked like it had a rose detail to the side, so it was wearing leather in a much more feminine way, and I'm particularly excited to see how the high streets bring this out and whether or not I will be able to pick up a leather dress this season. Something that we've all seen before, but a trend that I really liked was lace. Beautiful, delicate lace. And it's that time of the year when you start thinking about evening wear and occasions a lot more, and I just think that lace is the most beautiful feminine way to put something on and feel really amazing. But what I particularly liked on the catwalks was the pairing of lace, so a lace top and lace skirt that kind of went together but it didn't match perfectly. And it made me think about layering lace and how I could wear it in a different way, and also during the day, which is something that I must admit I don't often do. But I'm really hopeful that I will be able to find some pieces this season of lace that I can wear during the day and not just keep it for the evenings, because let's face it, you don't always get the wear out of items that are just for the evenings. Now, talking about evening wear, the next trend is feathering, and it is just the absolute pinnacle of the opulent luxe evening wear, and that's how we saw it on the catwalk this year. There were so many stunning pieces. My absolute favourite by Ryan Lowe. I fell deeply in love with this piece, but also Michael Kors, and a blouse from Peter Paletto that was just absolutely stunning. Just had the detail on the sleeves, and you can just imagine what I love about feathers and feathering is the beautiful natural flow that they have, just how they move with how you move. So let's all hope that we have an occasion that we can wear some evening wear to this season. So next, it's no secret that I love neutrals and beiges, but actually I just feel really excited to add some colour to my wardrobe this autumn, and we saw this in the form of dual colours. Actually, one that went viral, there's an image that kind of went viral from Max Mara, and it is just, I mean, I feel like this image would make anybody want to add this bright plain pop of colour to their wardrobe, and it was stunning. It's just a real statement image with the turquoise and the deep blue, and I kind of like that greeny mustard yellow colour. And if any of you watched my first wardrobe declutter, I actually showed you a jumper that I've had for quite a while, and I love the colour, but it was kind of controversial. It was a little bit different, and I ended up not wearing it, and it is exactly that colour. So I'm gonna have to be pulling it out of the depths of my wardrobe because I did keep it, and you know what? I'm kind of glad I did now. Oh, and I also had a advert come up on my Instagram from Mulberry all about jewel toned handbags, and they did look really lovely. I think sometimes it's quite nice in the autumn when you're wearing perhaps a black coat and black jeans to wear a little bit of a pop in your handbag. And last but not least, I thought I would keep this short and snappy just so that you could get a little bit of inspiration and get excited for autumn. Tweeds. I kept the most autumnal one till last. I feel like this is just a fabric that gives this immediate feel of autumn with its colours and textures. Chanel really led this trend with its classic English tweed, but we also saw a lot of it from other designers like Celine, which are again one of my favourites. They had a beautiful dress. And if you feel this trend is a little bit too classic, so we did see it quite classic on the runway, then you could always pair a kind of tweed blazer with a slip dress underneath and some biker style boots just to make it a little bit more you. But ultimately, you absolutely cannot go wrong with tweed in your wardrobe, and it just is, it's that fabric that makes me feel happy that it's autumn. And I just wanted to quickly run through the Pantone colours. I've worked with Pantone colours for so many years in the textiles industry, and I love seeing what's coming through. So first off is a Marlowe wine colour. You just can't go wrong with this colour in the autumn season. Next up was, I think they called it Crab Apple, and it was more of a peachy tone, which I thought would be really beautiful, especially mixed in with some of the other colours, like the next one, which is a coffee brown. And then they had a really beautiful blue. I believe that they called it a blue stone, and I feel like this is a shade of blue that would be really flattering for all hair colours and eye colours. Next, the classic forest green, and then a colour which I am definitely wearing today, which is hazel, which is a bit more of a kind of pretty browny orange light colour. Olive green, another one of my favourites, but a bit more in the pistachio colour. And then last but not least, a dark navy blue, which, ooh, if I remember, I feel like they're called evening blue. And that is all of the trends that I am excited about for this autumn. Let me know in the comments the ones that you are excited about, what you will be investing in, and what you just think that you are gonna leave out because it's not gonna suit you. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please do give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and join this channel below by hitting the subscribe button, and I will see you all in next week's video. Bye!